Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, the 20th of October 2021. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm going to use the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot for today's reading. And in terms of the astrology, we have a full moon in Aries happening on this day. So if you're interested in the astrology, have a look at the video I made on the full moon in Aries. But for this reading, I want to see what the cards have to say about Wednesday, because the tarot always has its own unique take on things. So let me do that. I'm going to choose 3 cards to see what's going on. So the first card is Strength in reverse. Okay. The King of Swords. All right. And the Sun. All right, that's really interesting because you may feel overwhelmed and like things are difficult. And you may be tempted to villainize someone in your life and to make them responsible for all of your problems. Ultimately, you do have the capacity to be happy and to move forward and to make progress on this day. But the important thing to remember is not to go into war mode and into attack mode and to say, you are the cause for all of my problems, but to go into self-care mode and to say, what makes me happy? How can I love and support my inner child? And to stay away from conflict, serious conflict, where you're really pitting yourself against someone else, and especially if you're demonizing them. Because on this day, the message I get is that you have a tendency to blow things out of proportion and to take things which may seem challenging or difficult and to attribute them to one particular area of your life, even if those things have nothing to do with that person or that thing. Okay, so that's interesting. First of all, let's have a look at each card. The Strength card, when it's this way around. Oh, this reminds me, I was at the museum this weekend. My friend Stephanie came to visit me from the UK. And we went to this Titian exhibition, which was beautiful and amazing. And at the end of the exhibition, there was an image of Cupid standing on top of a lion, and the title of the piece was Love Conquers All. And I thought that was really amazing. And it reminds me of this. So we've got this woman dressed in white, so someone who's spiritually connected, taming the beast. So it's kind of like self-love conquers all. And being connected to your higher self allows you to tap into your strength and your ability to tame the beast. And you have that within you at all times. We've got this number 8 here, which is strength and power. But when you look at it this way, it's the infinity symbol, and it's a reminder that you can handle the situations that come your way. You are able to deal with things. The card is in reverse. So the beast, the lion as such, may seem stronger than usual, and you may be facing circumstances which really irritate you or make you angry or make you feel like, wow, I'm in a corner here. Why are things conspiring to make me feel so put upon? But this is still there, the infinity symbol, and so is the white dress and these red flowers. So connecting with your higher self and remembering who you are allows you to tap into that power so that you're not weakened, and it restores your passion and your enthusiasm for life so that you're able to look at the positives rather than just looking at all the negative stuff and obsessing about it and losing the perspective. Because the important thing here is to retain this sense of joy and childlike wonder and enthusiasm for your life. The pitfall or the potential problem of the day is that you lose sight of that, and all you see is this big looming King of Swords saying, no, you can't do this. And that can make you feel like you're being ordered around or you're powerless, and that will then create this sense of overwhelm. So the King of Swords is a court card, and this is either a person who comes into your life, and that's really what I feel happens today, or it's a quality, an energy that comes in that makes you feel judged, and it makes you feel like you're disempowered because this thing or this person is making all the decisions for you, and it's kind of, you can't reason with it. He's in charge, you're not. He's wise, you've got no control of the situation. And this isn't someone who takes advice or has a discussion. It's like a judge. He says, this is the law, This is what's right and wrong, and that's the end of it. So that's potentially what makes you feel so powerless or so small, because it's kind of like you're coming up against odds which you have no control over, or you feel like you have no say. So rather than focusing on one area or one person which you feel is making things difficult for you, instead turn your back on that and say, do you know what, you can make judgments and all you want. They really have no power over me. And what I'm going to focus on is my connection with my higher self to see what that is telling me to do. So you're going to change who you listen to deliberately. You're not listening to problems and things like you can't do this because. You're going to listen to your higher self, which says, move in this direction, or you can because you are who you are. And that will restore that fire and that passion. And it takes you to the Sun, which is the 19th card in the Major Arcana. And this is the inner child having a really good time. The Sun is kind of your solar plexus chakra. It's your ability to live a good life and to rise above your difficulties and to transcend challenging circumstances and to say, doesn't matter what's going on, that's less than ideal. I'm going to choose to focus on the good stuff and I'm going to have a good time. And here you've got the inner child. By the way, it's not clothed, which is a symbol for getting really honest with yourself and authentic and asking yourself, what makes me happy in this moment? And you have the ability to do that. And the inner child then is riding this white horse, another symbol for your higher self, taking you places and being able to restore that sense of joy. And then this red flag, which is all about life purpose and passion and desire and drive. And actually the child is holding a wand which supports this flag. So if you take control of what you enjoy and what makes you happy, then that's going to build and expand all on its own. And it's going to make things seem much easier. And you're focused on things that actually have a potential outcome which could serve you. Whereas if you focus on the things that don't work, then you feel smaller and you feel put upon. By changing the perspective deliberately, you get a sense of power back. So by tapping into the Sun card and asking your inner child what makes you happy, you then turn around the Strength card and you again have this sense of, wow, I can handle difficult circumstances. But the work here has to be done first, and then it builds you up so that as you go through the day, you're able to handle obstacles in a way that's productive and positive, rather than saying, wow, this problem is so big that I'm absolutely paralyzed and I can't do anything about it. So inner work first, and that then allows you to do the external work in the real world in a way that's easy and positive. If you don't do the inner work and you just look at your circumstances which are challenging, then you're going to get a lot less done because everything seems like such a big drama or problem. So it's interesting because in yesterday's reading, we had 3 cards which were in the Suit of Swords, and it's kind of the potential, it's the potential pitfall of this energy that we're in. You can make a lot of progress, you can set goals and really achieve, but if you lose sight of what you're doing and you let yourself be swept up in problems and other people who maybe demand things of you or maybe putting you down, then that's the one thing that is going to hold you back. So it's important to exercise some discipline as it relates to your own way of thinking and not allowing intrusive and negative thoughts to take over, and highlighting the positives instead. Number-wise, we've got 8 and a court card, which is 1, so that's 9. And then we've got 19, that's 28, I think it is. 19 and 1 is 20, and 8 is 28. 2 and 8 is 10, and 10 reduces to 1 in numerology. And 1 is the vibration of the pioneer, the boss, the person who does take charge and says, what is it that I want to do, and how can I create something beautiful and magical for myself? And I'm going to ignore things that say, you can't because. I'm going to do it differently and focus on the things that make me feel like I can because. So it's simply a matter of paying attention to what you're thinking about and how you're thinking and what you then focus on. And as long as you do that, you'll be able to make a lot of progress and to have a really good time. So I hope you have a fabulous day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading with me. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.